I done did it again. I muted my mic just like a professional. Here we go. Actually, right at you on a Monday, coming at you live. Struggle bussing. I've been awake for 26 hours, so I guess that's probably why. I'm going to chalk that up. So anyway, happy Monday, everybody. We're here live on Facebook Live talking about some art. Get all the technical difficulties out of the way, and we'll get started. So, I've been busy the last few days talking about different collab ideas and talking about different art styles and things that can go with the channel. Been talking to some friends, some other creators, and about different ideas. Had a completely separate discussion about an entire I don't even know how you describe it, like comic kind of series, a graphic novel. So lately there's been a great deal of creative focus, creative outlets kind of coming up and sort of building into something that's pretty cool, and I'm really excited about. So it got me thinking today on a Monday, let's talk about art, let's talk about music, let's talk about business, we can talk about promotion, marketing, whatever the case, because I don't know if you had seen earlier, I posted a poll talking about if you're an artist, if you're a musician, are you a streamer, a content creator, are you an entrepreneur? Post your links, comment down below into the comments, you know, where you comment, and let's talk about it. Show me what you got. I want to talk about it. I want to get some eyes on people's artwork. I love the idea of sharing people's creativity with the world, because I would hope, excuse me, I would hope that somebody would want to do the same for me. And I've been fortunate in the past, you know, especially with music, that people have been very kind and grateful to, you know, they've been sharing, you know, my art for over a decade now. So I feel like I have to return the favor, and I try to as much as I possibly can. So definitely let's get it going here. The the graphic novel idea is a bit ridiculous, and I'm not sure how much I can reveal. Just not that I have like a you know, what's the do not DNA, whatever, not DNA, what's the word I'm thinking of? Wow, I'm struggling, you know, where I can't talk about it, the legal thing, you know. I'm a pro. So discussing a little project about McDonald Land and how it's a corrupt world to live in, and it's a very twisted tale that myself and the one and only Rob Welcher have twisted out of our own minds into this craziness. I don't want to go into too much detail. I feel like he'd need to join me about this kind of thing, but anybody who knows either one of us is actually ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, DNA is right. Yeah, you know, the DNA agreement. That's an entirely different kind of thing. So yeah, I don't want to get too much into it, but it was that feeling when you get an idea rolling, and even as ridiculous as it actually may be, as silly as it may be, that you just riff off of one another and these ideas just keep coming and they're just brilliant. Like I said, regardless of how ridiculous they may be, that sort of inspiration has been pretty awesome. So with the launching of this channel here, and with, like I said, this sort of creative outlet and everything, it's been really exciting to kind of think of the future. I've had some discussions, like I said, of future content and collaborations, and anybody who caught the last stream, you know, we talked a little bit about the friends, you know, who have been an inspiration to me in terms of streaming, in terms of content creation, you know, especially doing this, you know, I don't want to say full time, but, you know, more than just a hobby. And so, you know, featuring these people who not only have been an inspiration to me, but, you know, deserve the recognition I want to talk about it. I think it's pretty cool. It stands for Don't Narc Asshole. Yeah, DNA. That's it. I think I'll get it together. This time I didn't have any coffee, and I realized that going into it. I'm even more sleep deprived than I was previously, and here I am. So, cheers to that. So, unfortunately, I don't have any direct links to get to here, but we're gonna talk about a couple of different ideas here, and I think, if anybody has any suggestions of anything to check out, like let's do it. So today, Monday, December 21st of the year of our Lord 2020. We're gonna take a look. So I'm gonna pull up a little bit of Twitch action here. If you haven't already, make sure you go check out your boy here, Hesher0, at twitch.tv/Hesher0, all one word there. Make sure shoot me a follow, because I'll be streaming over there on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I had to think about it for half a second. So here, I try to follow my friends as much as I can, and I think, if I just bring this over here a little bit. I don't know if that's actually showing. Nope, it's not. That's okay. Anyway, so first and foremost, I got to give a shout out to my boy, the Jugger Nerd. He's been awesome, streaming consistently fun content that I've had the pleasure of enjoying myself, especially these Jackbox game nights that he's done here. Awesome stuff. So much fun. Check him out. Shoot him a follow. He does a podcast as well, talking about like movies and pop culture and things like that. It's awesome. Definitely check that out when you can. Another one who's been very consistent, and from day one, I probably should have mentioned this one first. So, is my boy Circuitry, aka Chuck Menace, former Zero Theist guitar player. He does a lot of VR chat stuff, which is cool. It's a different thing that I'm used to, playing a little bit of Among Us and things like that. He was a big Doom streamer for a while and did all sorts of stuff like that, man. Like, that's what's, I think it's, I don't want to say out of the box, but especially for things that I watch, I think it definitely is. So give him a follow, man. I want to give everybody a shout out. Like I said, all these inspirational streamers and friends who've been these creatives that have, especially, like I said, Chuck here, Circuitry, has gone out. Look at that, 2.1K followers. Like, this guy has hustled and put the work in over however many years now. He was the first person that I knew personally that was like, I'm going to stream. I'm going to do cool, gaming content and, get out there and put himself out there and doing a lot of, like, long form stuff, which at the time, I didn't really think was as popular, but as time went on, I kind of got into it myself, so I can't really, I feel kind of hypocritical about it. It's funny. Another Zero Theist alum, Raisin Brand Gaming, Brandon. Oh no. Shut up, ad. Thanks. Anyway, he's always out here putting in the work, doing some Call of Duty Warzone or GTA 5 or whatever the case. He's hustling. 274 followers. Make sure you give him a follow as well. What can I say? He does music streams. He does game streams. And anybody who knows me, I try to support the homies, especially people who have been a part of my dream and supporting that kind of thing. So we're going to move on here. Let's see. Got my man Billis 5K of Wooden Elbow fame. Man, these ads are driving me crazy. I got to wait. Let's see. Boom. Mute site. Thank you. Anyway, got some GTA 5. I know he's been known to do some classic gaming, some Super Mario Maker, I guess, but Modern Warfare, Metal Gear Solid 5. Man, I've considered this whole Metal Gear Solid series myself. I just downloaded the original Metal Gear. I just downloaded Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 2. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And just doing a whole series on especially like the old games, but getting into, newer stuff, the newer ones as well. I'm gonna move on here to Unloaded Crayon, my man Brian from way back in the day. Jog BMC. That was a little, I guess you could call rap group that we had while we were in high school, making ridiculous, weird, I say videos plural, but really we only released one that was like not even finished. It's just silly. But I got Cyber Hunter here. This guy is all about Street Fighter and the like, these sort of fighting games. Awesome stuff. I don't really know anybody else who is into that as much as he is, and it's cool to see. And I love seeing people passionate about what they do and being experts or close to what they do, especially in gaming like that. Like things that are like completely out of my wheelhouse. Like, yeah, I played, Street Fighter games back in the day, Mortal Kombat, all that, but I would absolutely get whooped by people like him, who have put hours and hours and hours into these games. And quite frankly, like, I don't think you would expect any less. The dedication to these games that people put in is awesome. And I respect that. And I enjoy watching that myself. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. We got Dr. Guts 818. Make sure to check him out as well. I know he's been doing a lot of gaming streams lately, but I know he's done some review stuff. Let me see. It's been a cool minute. Shout him out. I don't remember when the last time I saw that. Maybe that was just some beginning stuff. So, spreading the love around, shouting everybody out. Moving on, we've got the wonderfully named, Bikaki. Alluding to B stuff. So she's a fantastic artist. She comes highly recommended, speaking personally, because she was who Devil Theory, my band, collaborated with in creating our logo for the band. And we were blown away by what she was able to do with what ridiculous sort of level of instruction that we had. We're like, what if we could do this? What do you think about this? And, it was a lot of fun putting that together, and you've been a fan of her art style for years, and it's only improved since. And that's been, 4.5 years or so, maybe more. It's been a cool minute. So check her out if you love the art streams. That's where it's at. Speaking of art streams, someone who I do not know personally but have enjoyed his content with art and gaming is Rockhart. This guy is a talented graphic designer, and he does a lot of gaming content as well as getting the art stuff in. Of course, it looks like he a lot of times, as far as I understand, he'll mix it up. He'll do the art stuff and then put gaming in, and kind of just depending on the projects or whatever. So it's been cool seeing how he works with that kind of stuff. Shout out to my man Humpbug7, Chris, out there getting it done, playing a lot of League, which is cool. I have been interested in the game for a long time. I know people who played it, and I have enjoyed watching it here and there. Never played it personally, but it's been cool to see. 7 Days to Die, all these other games, excellent. Give him a follow as well. So, That's what's up. I think, a lot of my Twitch friends, like I said, if you are a streamer or know somebody for me to check out, man, let's do it. Send them the link. Send me the link. Let me check them out. Let me see what's up. I'm always open to new content creators, new streamers, all of that. It's been a journey into the streaming world, like the Twitch community, the Facebook streaming, YouTube, etc., learning and watching people, seeing workflows and designs and just how they operate in general has been a lot of fun. Just learning about those kind of things. The amount of work that these people put into their stuff is incredible, and I bow to them. It's super cool. I think, myself, I'm kind of a perfectionist. I kind of put in a lot of time, putting this together. I actually started, in January working on it, when I decided, like, this is what I want to do. I want to work on this, and get it moving. And then when COVID hit, it was just kind of a no-brainer. It's like, I can't play music, can't really do anything else. We're stuck inside. Let's just go ahead and work on these kind of things. Saved up throughout the summer and built a new gaming rig, or a new computer rig in general. And so that was a huge step. I was having technical issues and things like that. It was time to upgrade. It had the stuff for 5 years, which is practically ancient history at that point in time. And so I, did all that, and here I am. I mean, months later, putting together a design for my layout, getting an idea of the direction I wanted to go on stream. It's been a process, and it's been very meticulous, very slow, and unfortunately. Brandy says, the Raging Bolt on Twitch. That's absolutely right. I need to... Raging Bolt. Let's see. Where are you? Alright. Let's see. There. Cyberpunk, Dead by Daylight, Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War. I know Brandy's a big fan and friends with this gentleman, and gets it done out there in the streaming world, puts in the work, gets lots of kills and stuff and things. So yeah, man, check him out. I'm gonna shoot him a follow because I hadn't already. Silly me. Hello, Twitter. Well, before we get to Twitter, I want to say one thing here. If you haven't already, like I said, make sure you check out my Twitch, Hesher0 / whoa, I'm back. I got it backwards. Twitch.tv/Hesher0. And, yeah. Boom. Link in the chat, link in the description. So, today, on this lovely Monday, it's like 60 degrees outside in the OKC metro area. I was taking a look around outside with all the dead leaves and the yellow grass, and well, first, it's the winter solstice, so that's cool. So happy Yule to all the friends out there, all my pagan friends. And it's the shortest day of the year. So that's exciting. I know I'm going to enjoy the days getting longer again and slowly making our way back to the summertime, my preferred time. The cold is fine, but I can't handle it. So, yeah, I had somewhere I was going with that, and I don't remember what it was. Basically, if you haven't stepped outside, do it after the stream while it's still probably kind of nice. And, yeah. So anyway, the ideas that I was working on moving forward with these live chat, these fireside chats, talking about different topics, talking about, today, like I said, talking about art, talking about music, talking about streamers, content creators, influencers, etc. The opportunities that you could dive into with these, you could just focus on just one of these things and spend a couple hours just going in depth and talking about this stuff. The passions that I have, I want to share with the world. I want to share and hear what you have to say about what you enjoy, and finding those common connections, finding that common ground, and being able to discuss those things, and have kind of a debate, so to speak, and talk about that stuff. That's really what's a lot of fun, is being like, hey, have you checked out this music artist or this person? They're like, no, I haven't, and they check it out and they just get geeked out. Like, I love that so much. I just had a discussion about, and I've been sort of showing people who haven't seen anything about her, about an artist called named Phoebe Bridgers. Like, people around me, a few people have been like obsessed with her, and I was like, all right, I've seen the name, I'm gonna go check it out. And I just happened to see an interview pop up in my YouTube recommended that was about, it was Phoebe Bridgers interviewing Lars Ulrich of Metallica. And I was like, okay, well, is she a journalist? Like, I didn't realize that she was a musician or what the case was. And I gave it a listen and I watched it, and it was like a 20-minute video or something, and it was awesome. Like, she, was kind of one of those old souls, that likes older music and is sort of a wise, for her years kind of type character, which is cool, and I appreciate and admire that. And just the taste in music that she has was cool. And so I was like, okay, now I gotta listen to the music, because now I kind of see a personality, and let's check out the music and enjoy the hell out of it. And then, of course, like I said, seeing the people and talking to people around me that have been obsessed with her, is super cool, because I found a fun, cool new artist, and then seeing somebody, just like I said, be so geeked out about that artist in the first place, is cool, because now I can get recommendations as to what to listen to from them or similar artists or whatever. And the feeling, the other way around is great too. I love introducing people to new music and being like, hey, have you checked this out? And they haven't, and then they get excited, and you're just like, right, I know, yeah. And you just have a moment. That's always a lot of fun. And being able to have a platform like this, and live streaming and content creation, to sort of give a voice to these people, especially friends of mine or close acquaintances, or whatever the case you want to say, artists I've worked with or whatever, like giving them a platform that may not have put eyes or ears on people. That's super cool. Like, I like that idea of spreading that love, sharing artwork with people, and just generally, supporting hardworking creatives. Because, like I said, I mean, ultimately, it's sort of the golden rule kind of thing, whatever. Like, I would want someone to do that for me. So, it's sort of just like, hey, here, I'm going to put this out there. I don't expect anything back, of course. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a matter of like, hey, I'll do this, so you better do the same for me. It's just like, kind of the common courtesy thing. I don't know. I don't stand to gain anything from it, but I definitely enjoy it. I just had a conversation last night about it. Shout out to Justin Munsell, man. Awesome artist. We'll get to his stuff soon. Yeah, he and I were just having a conversation about, especially people you're close friends with or known a long time, and the time and effort they put into their art or their passion or their hobby, whatever their hobbies or whatever the case it may be, the level of dedication it takes to not only be proficient at what you do, but to, be comfortable to put yourself out there is respectable. Like, I'm no like great, like I can't draw, basically. You know what I mean? Like I can, but it's awful. Graphic art, graphic design, you know, that's kind of my thing. Self-taught, and you know, over a period of, geez, how old am I now? So like 16 years, but I'm definitely not a master at what I do. You know, there are people who could graphic design circles around me, very cleanly designed circles. So, you know, it's a lot of like, I've been, you know, kind of a fan of the jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing. So, you know, that's kind of my thing. But so yeah, today, you know, I want to give focus to my friends and their artwork, their passions, their whatever you want to see. You know, like I said, if you got a cool project that you're working on, or you have a business that you want to promote, like, let's do it. Let's put your link down in the comments. Let's have a discussion. For everybody just tuning in, I'm Hesher Zero on this Monday afternoon. It's 3:27 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you're joining me live. I appreciate everybody tuning in today. Oh my goodness, kicking my mic. Today, like I said, we are focusing on art and the like. So shoot me your suggestions. Shoot me some links. I want to talk about it. I want to check it out. I love discovering new art, whether it be visual, whether it be musical, whether it be content, YouTube, whatever, Twitch, doesn't matter. I do have to give a personal shout out as well. Thank you, Brandy, for making sure that I remember, to our wonderful daughter, who is an amazing artist and constantly blowing us away all the time, to the point where every time she shows us a sketch or some sort of drawing she's done, you know, she'll come in and it's, you know, the very like artist kind of thing of like, yeah, I did this, like, what do you think? And it's like, yeah, no, you know, it's okay, whatever. I'm like, this is friggin' great. Like, this is fantastic. You should be very proud of it. And I was just discussing the other day how, especially in her artwork, how at first glance it seems, you know, just kind of like a simple, you know, pencil sketch, maybe with a little bit of ink here and there, you know, but as you look at it and you're kind of taking in the character, because they're always very expressive, very, you know, interesting characters, human-like type characters, but with fun features and different things that are, you know, sort of out of the box, kind of anime kind of style. And the longer that you look at it, the more things start to pop and they come out. It just seems like this sort of like 3D thing that happens where it just like comes out at you from the page. And I don't think that's intentional. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's one of those where you look at it and you're like, oh, that's cool. And then you start noticing more and more about it. And you're like, whoa, man, the shading on this is exceptional. It's you know, it brings out so much depth in a drawing that's just two-dimensional, and, you know, it makes you kind of do a double take. And that's awesome. Like, I love that experience and seeing that kind of thing, and being so proud at how hard she works, you know, being 12, almost 13 years old and being as dedicated to art as she is. It's fantastic. Like, I wish I was as dedicated to, you know, a hobby or a passion like that at that age. I was still not entirely sure what the hell I was wanting to do at 12 years old. So, you know, seeing her artwork is very inspirational too. And Brandy brings up a great point. She has a great handle on perspective and what's the word I'm looking for? Proportion and perspective and expression. like facial expressions that are very realistic. Even if it's in a cartoon kind of style, it is very expressive. You can see the emotion on this character's face. It's very cool to watch her creative process and see this, you know, from the sketch to pen and ink or whatever the case. Watching it evolve is super cool, and I really enjoy that. And, you know, like I said, having a passion like that at that age is wild. And, you know, I think how, you know, what I would have done. I had just, like I said, I had just really gotten into video at that time. At 12 years old, I had been in my tech ed class and, you know, had a project for, you know, to shoot video and edit a video, whatever the case, and enjoyed it immensely. It was so much fun, and quite frankly, as it played out, especially through high school and those similar projects, is you learn to kind of exploit the system where you're like, hey, we're gonna go shoot this video, so we're gonna take the camera and all of the homies over here, we're gonna just walk around the school and just shoot the most random bullshit out there. So it was awesome. What's going on, Ben? Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us, saying hello. I appreciate you watching. But yeah, like in middle school, I had just started getting into video. I had just kind of gotten that you know, the creative drive, and found something that really piqued my interest. I felt like for a long time, I didn't know what I wanted to do when I grew up. I didn't know what I wanted to. I had passions for music, of course, but I couldn't play an instrument. I was always dreaming of being the front man of a band, you know, listening to Metallica or whatever the case, you know, and thinking of that. But I didn't play guitar. I mean, I had a guitar, I played guitar, but I didn't, you know, I took like 2 lessons, and that's a whole other story. That's a wild, funny story. But yeah, like, so, you know, once I discovered video editing and the like it was super fun. I got to hang out with my friends, do something ridiculous, and make people laugh. And, you know, the things that made us laugh, fortunately, made a lot of other people laugh. And if it didn't make them laugh, then it made us laugh, because they were just like, what the hell is this? Like Chicken Stalker. Anybody who knows me from back in the day, that was our project. That was like, it was like this weird mix of like a horror movie of this sort of like third person perspective of a rubber chicken walking around the hallways attacking kids. And then somehow it kind of morphed into this sort of Jackass style thing where we would take like foam board and things like that. That didn't really hurt, but, you know, we'd hit each other with it and it would make a huge pop sound, and, you know, it sounded like it hurt, definitely. And we would just shoot this stuff and got a grade for it. You know what I mean? So I think, like, looking back, and it was just, maybe it was just that freedom of like kind of being able to do whatever the hell we wanted at the time. It was that's why it was so enticing. Yeah, man, Ben, like you said, yeah, tech ed, like, man, shout out to Mr. Izell, wherever you are out there, man. I hope you're alive and well. That was so much fun. That's where I got my passion for not only video but computers in general. That was the first time that I ever saw the inside of a PC before, and we built a computer from scratch, you know, and put in the RAM and everything, and did all the stuff, you know, and it was really hands-on and awesome and a lot of fun to just see that, you know, being put together, and like, oh wow, that's okay, that's what the inside of a computer looks like. It was super cool. And with video, you know, we made these silly videos and had a ton of fun going into high school and going into these tech ed classes, and basically having those same assignments of, all right, you know, make and write and shoot a video and edit this video about this certain topic or whatever the case. You know, we'd have these projects, and just, you know, in tears laughing at just the silly stuff we did. In fact, I'm going to try to see if I can pull this up. Because I had made a tripod page back in the day. Tripod. Let's see. Let me try to see what was going on. Try to make this window a little bit smaller. Gotta bring it in here. There we go. So this website here. I put this together. It says evilindustries.ok.tripod.com says you must click OK or you will be destroyed. Thank you. I put this together probably when I was like 14. It was just this like ridiculous page here. Yeah, like the last update was September 11th of 2008 and did all these things. So getting into video, we were getting these different assignments and we were putting things together here. Let's see if I can. There we go. We had this Chicken Stalker Part 1. Shout out to Troy Borner. Shout out to Josh Calhoun, wherever you are. Chicken Stalker Part 2, Chicken Strikes Back. And then we're talking, May and June of 2004, 2003, then that one. Having a blast of just running around, being silly kids. Just being silly little kids. Like, holding, rubber chicken. We were just sitting here like, arise, chicken, arise. Like, really dumb stuff. Once again, got a grade for it. And going through, the different assignments that we had here, doing these like a newscast, doing just like random, once again, sort of just silly skits, just an assortment of skits. Like robot, we had like a robotics part of the class that we shot video for. Boxman was infamous for a good period of time there. Once again, just sort of following Boxman around the school as he fights his evil arch nemesis, Box Knife. And these are the things that we did. Like, we just got around the school and, I was in a freaking trash bag outside, just like fighting my way out of a trash bag. I got a grade for that. Shout out to Mr. Lowry. I know you're out there. You're on my friends list. Tune in, watch, see what's going on. Captain Confusion, that was a project that never actually got off the ground. I'm kind of disappointed about. Fizz was hilarious. Nathan Terry, man, wherever you are, shout out to you, brother. Oliver, my man. I remember like later like finding out that we probably should not have been in the bathroom shooting video. Probably not the best idea. Spencer Langford, what's going on, man? Master Ninja was a ton of fun. Just these ridiculous projects. So yeah, gaining this sort of this passion for video editing and creating skits and just being free to kind of do whatever the hell we want creatively, I think was huge. And getting that bug, and getting like into that kind of stuff and graphic design, doing all that, all transitioned, into, just, I guess I'm just giving my like damn life story here, but, like into music and being sort of self-sufficient as creatives ourselves, where, and in the early days, I know we outsourced a lot of things, but especially like myself, doing things in house was huge. I made our own logos. I made our own flyers. Ben, if you're still watching, man, you could attest to this. We did that guerrilla style, man. We went out there, we made our own shit, and we went out there and promoted it. And that carried on through Zero Theist. It's carried on through Devil Theory, of just like, being as self-sufficient as possible, not relying on anyone else as much as you can. Quite frankly, for two reasons, one of which, and probably, unfortunately, most importantly, was the financial side. The financial side of not having to spend money on, people drawing up some logo that you don't know what you're going to get out of. You can do it exactly how you want, as long as you feel proficient and experienced enough to do it yourself. I know that we would always outsource whatever we could or needed to if we didn't feel like that was in our best interest to do it ourselves, or if it was something that we, felt someone could do better. So, the whole creative side, though, of not only, writing and playing your own music, putting your own flyers together and having control of your own brand. And I think that's a huge thing that I think a lot of bands, especially on a local level, don't here at least in Oklahoma, a lot of bands I feel like don't have that focus on their brand, on their public image, and not only from just say like a logo perspective, but like there have been a number of times, and this is to no real fault of anyone, that my bands were put on flyers that they just used some random font. They just used whatever they could find, threw it together, slapped something together, and it was it was just to promote the show that was happening. And I was like, well, I appreciate the effort, and I obviously I want to get it promoted. It's in our best interest to have these shows promoted by people and have these flyers to be passed around. It was kind of disheartening because I'm like, man, that's cool, but like that's not our logo. Like that's our brand, man. Like that's you want that sort of recognition when you see a Final Riot or a Zero Theist logo or a Devil Theory logo or a Carcinogen Daily logo. Shout out, Ben. Love you guys. The having, this brand identity, and having not only in your music, but in your visuals, having it on the flyers, having it on your CDs, and having it in your, all these things that people see, it's all part of building that brand. And I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but that's really what it kind of boils down to. It's like you get this sort of, you get in this sort of, I don't know how, you get kind of complacent, I guess, and you kind of let people do whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, cool, they threw this flyer together. Like, quite frankly, I would remake flyers if they didn't have our logo on it. And it wouldn't take me more than 30 minutes, an hour or whatever to make something, half decent, I guess. I don't have to toot my own horn or anything, but because I want control of that. I want control of our brand and our message and our image, and and that's important for everyone, not only in music, but if you're a content creator, if you're a streamer, if you're a you're a influencer of any kind, you have a business, like that is absolutely paramount for you to have control over your brand and your image and the narrative around that, because at the end of the day, like, what else can you do? So the long story short, getting completely off topic here, being self-sufficient and controlling how how your, just say your band, for example, how your logo looks or whatever, getting that worked out just how you want it. That's been important to me. And as time went on, it became more and more important. And maybe it was just the control freak in me. I don't know, but I feel like there was a period of time that, as satisfied as I was with how our music sounded or was turning out or whatever the case, when outside people were, putting it together or whatever, I always, kind of felt like, oh man, if we could have just had more time to work on this, or had been able to tweak this ourselves or whatever, because you start, putting people out, at that point where you're just like, if you're starting to nitpick, so you kind of, you kind of compromise a little bit. And maybe that's just me being young or naive at the time and not wanting to upset anyone or whatever in certain cases, especially, you don't want to burn bridges in certain industries like that. But, and not that there was any bridge burning to be had, but just that sort of idea of like, man, these guys are fucking annoying. They're nitpicky. I've been that way. If anybody's seen the Devil Theory Hallowed Witch video, I was very picky on how that turned out because I wasn't the one editing it. But as a video guy, I knew exactly what I wanted to see. But for the sake of time, we had someone else shoot it and cut it. Did a fantastic job. It looks awesome. I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of the work that they did. But I also know that, I had a vision personally of how I wanted it to look, how I wanted to, be presented to the world. And I'm very pleased to how it worked out. I have no complaints with it. Although I know that the person who put it together was a bit perturbed with my, how much attention to detail I had. So, I understand. I can, if anybody, has done client work, knows that, people can be very nitpicky, and also not know what they want at the same time. I knew exactly what I wanted though, so I take solace in that. But with graphic design or music production or anything like that, it's very important to have control of that kind of thing if you're wanting to move forward or make a career out of it. And it's I don't know, maybe I'm way off base. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Say, hey, you're right, Chris, or fuck you, you're wrong. One of those two things. Excuse me while I get another drink. Talk amongst yourselves. That's some quality H2O. Oh man, I keep punching my mic. So, yeah, I appreciate everybody who's tuned in and watching. We're talking about art, man. We're talking about creativity. We're talking about brand awareness, marketing, music. We're doing all these things. We're talking about it. Fuck you, you're right. That's perfect. Perfect mix. Excellent. So, we are in the digital age. Everyone has an outlet like that in some way, shape, or form. Whether it be, with music or, digital artwork or whatever the case, there's a possibility there. It's easier than ever to record music and upload it and have it be heard. Unfortunately, there's the downside of because there's so much access to those those audiences and those distribution hubs and these things for your art to be seen or to be heard or to be, videos to be seen. There's a lot of static. There's a lot of, oversaturation, perhaps. And I think finding, especially as a content creator or as a streamer or influencer or something, a lot of people talk about finding your niche, whatever, English. You finding that and sort of settling into it and becoming sort of an expert, so to speak, of doing that. And I know that's difficult when speaking about art, when speaking about like something creative, because I know for me, and I know probably a lot of other creatives out there, there's a level of randomness, chaos, maybe even, of where you go with your art or your creative side or whatever you're expressing at the time. I've always viewed, whether it's music or artwork or even photography, these things, like, I mean, maybe literally in photography, like it's a snapshot in time. And I feel like a lot of people will obsess about the quality of what they put out, or it's like, it's not done, I'm not finished with it, I need to change this, I need to change that. And I am very guilty of that. I have a very big problem with analysis paralysis. If anybody's familiar with that terminology there, basically just overanalyzing and not moving. And then, you kind of get stuck in a loop where you're just overanalyzing and you just don't move forward. And then you're bummed about that and you just keep overanalyzing and it's just sort of this loop. So I know that's something that I suffered with, but I definitely have found that taking a step back and looking at your art, whether, like I said, it's music or something visual or with streaming or something, like I put months into this when I didn't really have to. I could have just jumped in and done whatever, but at the same time, I feel like I found a decent balance with it, and maybe you can chime in with your own experience, but you definitely want to, if you are passionate or care about what you do. I mean, I think there's a level of thinking and analyzing of what you're doing, what you're putting out there as a product. I know with like this, with music, the Devil Theory record we'd worked on for basically 2 years, and it took us a long time. Granted, you had lineup changes and things like that. But we were very meticulous and very specific as to how we were doing things, how we wanted it to sound, and it was all kind of a learning curve. We were kind of teaching ourselves. That was the first time we'd ever produced a record by ourselves, with no other outside real help other than, well, Ben, appreciate you, man. Yeah, Brandy brings up a great point. I mean, you have to be gentle with yourself, and you can analyze, and you can, I don't want to say be like critical, but you can look at it and be like, okay, am I happy with this? Am I proud of this? Okay, and then go for it, because like I said, it's a snapshot in time. You can, an artist, I can't remember the quote now. It's like your art is never finished. You just stop. Or what is that? Painter never. God, I'm struggling over here. A painter never finishes painting. They just stop or whatever. I don't know. I've butchered the quote, but the point is, it's just like you just have to like just kind of call it and be like, okay, I'm done with this. It's time to move on. And you could make changes over and over again until it's perfect, but there may never be a perfect. So you look at it. I've looked at this with music and with my other creative outlets. It is definitely a snapshot in time. You just have to take it for what it is in the time that you are in right then and there. That is the sum of your influences, of the outside influences and the things that you've put into it at that time, and you move on. You take it for what it is. You appreciate it for what it is. You can look back and say, man, I would have changed that. I would have done this different. I know for sure. I listen back to, old songs and be like, man, I love this song, but I would have done this different. I would have changed this. Man, I wish we had time to do this. These kind of things. But I don't kick myself over it. And, I hope that other people, don't as well, because it definitely can be toxic, to yourself. So yeah, be gentle with yourself and be gentle with others. Damn it. So if you're just now tuning in, it's Monday afternoon. I'm Hesher Zero. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't, make sure you go over to the Hesher Zero Facebook page, shoot it a like. This is on my personal page here. We will eventually be migrating over there. I kind of want to raise some awareness of what I'm doing here and with my other social media. And eventually, we'll move on over to there and stop bugging all my friends and family that don't care about me. If you hate me, well, go like anyway. I want all the haters to like my page too. Haters, God. Anyway, so yeah, make sure you go check that out. I'm gonna shoot it right into the chat. Boom. Like this page if you love me. There we go. It's in the chat. Big shout out to Harris Heller, a popular streamer here. He's got a whole line of royalty and copyright free music called Stream Beats, and I want to give him a big shout out for providing the soundtrack of these super chill lo-fi kind of sounds. It'd be really cool if they had something similar of like a rock or metal vein. Maybe he's getting to that. Maybe somebody will put that out there. If anybody knows of something, absolutely give me a shout out. Man, yes. Brandy, thank you. Yes, so if anybody who's familiar with me personally knows, or Brandy for that matter, knows that our passions go beyond gaming or entertainment or these things like that, and more so on her than me. We are both big, like, gardening fans. We like homesteading. So we have a project called Raised Sustainable, which we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Go check it out. Raised Sustainable on Instagram and Facebook. And honestly, I think our Twitter handle didn't fit. So I think it's at Sun and Bun, because that's our ridiculous little pet names for each other. I don't know. We'll probably eventually change it at some point. Just haven't really got around to it. But yeah, with a lot of work schedules and things and working on all that stuff, life comes at you fast. And sometimes gets in the way. But man, with the winter, there's not a whole lot to work on, but we've got a lot of stuff working, or coming soon, I should say. Excuse me. So yeah, like we're talking about art, we're talking about music, brand awareness, marketing, and these things. I look at local bands, for example, friends of mine, and I've seen examples of like, why didn't you have recorded music or, merch? Like, get that out there, man. Like, playing live is awesome and is a great way to be seen and heard, but having that extra amount and the what's the word I'm looking for, the getting extra eyes on your logo and your name. How many times have we been like, man, what's that? I see somebody's t-shirt, like, what band is that? Oh man, he's so and so, check him out. Like, you might discover something really cool, or somebody may discover your band because of your t-shirt on somebody's chest. And having that, once again, like that brand awareness, having that control over who, like, sees and hears your stuff. Like, you have more opportunities for that to happen. That's huge. Like, you need that. Promote yourself. If you're passionate about what you do and you love what you do, man, put it out there. Put it out there. Put your art out there. Put your music out there. Whatever the case, you want to make a YouTube channel, do it. I've spent a lot of time, admittedly, I've watched a lot of videos about, starting YouTube pages and streaming and how to do this and do that and everything. And it's cliche at this point, but like, people are just like, just do it. Just put yourself out there. Just, make it happen. You want to do something, if you're passionate about it, like, just put it out there. Have fun. Don't let any potential outside opinion, or your own opinion for that matter, really, damper what you're doing too much. It's like I said, kind of that snapshot in time. Just get out there, improve, and get better. I had to teach myself that. I had to be like, I'm going to go and just do this. I set myself up. I built all this up to what I want to do, and just go. Let's just go. Put it out there. Let's have fun. I know the people that support me will support me, and if they don't, they don't. Whatever. It goes back to I go back to playing music, but it's a matter of like, I know as a musician on a local level, how many of those those of us who've had to sell tickets. Like, all right, now we got to hustle these tickets to all our friends and be like, hey, we got a show next Saturday. You want to buy a ticket? And they're like, nah, man. Or a lot of times it's like, I'll see what's going on. I'll get back to you later. Most of us know that's pretty much a no. And that's fine. And I feel like the other thing is, and not everybody has that experience, so I understand the apprehension behind putting yourself out there. But I learned a long time ago that not everybody is going to dig what you do. And that's perfectly fine. Because, let's be honest, how many of you dig everything that another friend does, or whatever the case? You may support them in spirit, but there's nothing wrong if you're not a fan, you don't enjoy that particular artist or band or whatever. No big deal. As long as you're not a dick about it, I guess it's fine. So having that experience with rejection, is huge. And you learn that over time. Obviously, you can the only way to learn from it is just to experience it. In my experience, you can read about it and think about it and kind of have these scenarios in your head all day long, but until somebody that you really want to enjoy, or come out to a show or see this thing, whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, that's cool, and the sort of that, like, comes off as maybe they don't like it as much as you thought they would, or whatever the case, that sort of like level of rejection or whatever. Like, you kind of have to embrace that. You have to just take it for what it is and move on and move forward. And there's nothing wrong with being kind of bummed out about it, or whatever the case. Once again, like, I know I've experienced it plenty of times, but having the experience and moving on is the most important thing. The moving on part, especially, you know, with the internet, everybody's got a damn opinion. So not only will you have an opportunity for a lot of positive feedback, but you're going to have an opportunity for a lot of negative feedback, and you have to take that in stride, take it with a grain of salt, whatever idiom you want to use, you know, and move forward. The level of concern that you have to pay to that will vary, but I feel like, you know, like I said, if you're passionate for what you do, you love what you do, you're going to put yourself out there no matter the cost, you know, you just roll with it. You roll with the punches, you rock and roll. Once again, Justin, you chimed in at exactly the right time. I was just about to mention the conversation you and I had last night about, you know, you go in and you put your art out somewhere and people essentially shit on it or don't take it for what it is. They make mountains out of molehills. They get yourself, they misinterpret it or whatever the case, rather than just being like, hey, that's cool, good work. And you're going to run into those kind of things. You're going to run into those scenarios and those problems. And I think with, like I said, with the internet, everybody's got an opinion. You just, once again, you've got to roll. Brandy says, letting yourself be creative just for the sake of being creative is more than okay. You don't have to make money off of a passion or a hobby for it to be valid and important to you too. Excuse me, that is exactly right. That is, I think many people, and I know that we tried to instill this into our daughter, especially, that a monetary value or a perceived monetary value or potential for a compensation for your art or whatever does not invalidate or validate your art. Creating art for the sake of art is what's important. Doesn't matter if it's considered good or mainstream or marketable or sellable or whatever the case. You have to, take that. And I mean, obviously, if you want to sell your art, that's fine. I think that's important. There's a lot of people who make their living doing that, and there's a ton of people, and that's in this day and age and the capitalist society that we live in. You got to do what you got to do. And if that is your passion and you want to make money with it, by all means. I damn sure want to. I know that, especially playing music, I would always say I have two goals in music. Well, three. My first goal and first thing was I play music for me. I play music that I want to hear, that I would enjoy, that I would hope other people enjoy. I make music for me with the hope that other people will like it, will share it, will buy shirts, whatever the case. Second, and this is more of a deeper, bigger goal, is I love the idea of being a creative influence in a young person's life or another band, where they would say, man, I play music because of this guy, or because of his music, or that inspired me to do this, or that gave me the will to live, or whatever the hell, whatever, you hear a lot of stories about that, and that's awesome. And like, I would love nothing more than just, to have that and to know that it made an impact in someone's life, like my art or my, expression made an impact in someone's life. Doing this, I mean, live streaming, like it's the same kind of thing. Like I want to entertain. I want to give people something, to kind of distract themselves with and enjoy and laugh. And, and if that makes an impact and that somebody learns something, or, it just has a good chuckle and moves on and with their day, whatever, like that's fantastic. Like I take a lot of pride in what I do, and I want to, share that with people. And what's the point? I was had another point that I was getting to. Wow, just dropped off there completely. Hello. Anyway, having that passion and having that drive to be, like a hopeful future influence on somebody is huge for me. Like, I love that. I love, that idea. Not that I am setting out specifically to do that, I guess. I don't know how else to word that, but, something like that. And then ultimately, last but not least, of course, is making a living. Making a living doing what you're passionate about is the dream, right? It's like the American dream. I don't dream of some sort of labor, job or whatever. I'm, as a creative, as an artist, I want to have something that I can enjoy doing and be able to maintain a standard of living from. If I could play music or live stream or create YouTube videos, excuse me, doing this, if I could make a living doing that, I'm set. I said for years playing music, like, if I could just pay my bills doing it, if that means living on the road doing that, like, I'd be happy. It'd be fine. Just the level of being able to financially afford to do what I love, bring art to the masses, make an impact in someone's life, and be able to pay my damn bills. That's it. Like, I'm sure I'm not unique in those desires, but speaking personally, and like I said, letting yourself be creative, like, that's finding your passion and cultivating it, whether it's art or whether it's whatever, farming, animals, whatever. I support people doing what they love, unless it's like, you're like a serial killer or something. Maybe not, but maybe, we could have a discussion. I don't know, but the level of, like I said, the passion that people have, the time they put into things, whether, that's a good example is athletes. Being a sports fan, lifelong sports fan, I've always enjoyed greatness. Watching the Michael Jordans of the world, or whatever the case. These people who are at the top of their game, get passionate and driven and powerful and getting the job done. Like, that's awesome. I love seeing people succeed. I love records being broken. I love seeing these, stats accumulated over time, baseball, football, whatever the case is. I'm a big stats guy. I love statistics. And, so seeing that kind of stuff, I enjoy the hell out of it. And, so all of those passions, I mean, I think I'm passionate for people's passions. I don't know. And I think the world would be a much better place if there were more of that. And not, like I said, not sitting here trying to seem holier than thou by any means. I think just that level of, like, care, the level of compassion for people, the level of, love for the arts, for the whatever dedication that people have to their craft. If there were more emphasis put on that, rather than, profits or whatever other things that ail our world, it'd be a much better place. And, the internet, once again, you see all sorts of things. There's somebody was just talking about the other day, like, there's a streaming channel for just about everything. The other day, humans are interesting creatures. We're fascinating, strange creatures where, voyeurism is in our blood. We like to observe other humans, people watching. Now with live streaming, you're literally like being beamed into the people's like living rooms or kitchens or whatever. Like, this was just a couple weekends ago. We're just flipping through Twitch, just to see what's out there, just in the just chatting section. Like, what ridiculous weird things are we gonna see? One, you know, it's just this girl sitting in a restaurant, just like looking at her phone, just looking around. And then people are hardcore simping for this girl, you know, not to use, gotta be careful. It's a good thing I'm not on Twitch. Don't want to say that word. But you know, like sending money, and like what is she doing? Is she buying drinks? She's sitting eating food? Like, what's going on? Another one we flip like it's a goddamn the old TVs or something. Was just this couple sitting in their kitchen. They were making some sort of like Scandinavian dish or something. There was some sort of, and they were just talking, and like half of the banter was just them having a conversation. It wasn't even necessarily like with the audience. It was just like, I feel like we were just kind of peering into whatever their like day-to-day kind of like activity was. It was very odd. And the whole time we're just like, what is going on? But it was mildly entertaining. You know, you just kind of like, you catch yourself. You're like, wait, we've been watching this for like 10 minutes. Like, what are we doing? Like, let's get the hell out of here. But you don't even think about it. You're just sitting there. And hopefully many of you are sitting there mindlessly watching me as well. You know, that's what we want here. No. But yeah, man, you know, like the nature of human beings, and you know, having that desire to go and seek out people of common interests, or things that are just wild or strange, or you know, whatever the case, or completely mundane, like I said, of just like sitting in a kitchen. This guy was just sitting there eating breakfast or something. I don't know, it was odd. Does anybody have any experience with, you know, that kind of thing where you're sitting around and you're like, what am I doing? Like, I've been watching this, you know, whatever channel, YouTube channel or whatever, just like you fell down the rabbit hole kind of thing, or on Twitch. I don't know, let me know. My voice getting kind of itchy. My voice, not anything else. I promise. Almost daily. I mean, really though, you could find something in your day-to-day life that you just kind of like, you're like, what? Absolutely, Scott. This does count. Right now, you could be sitting at home or on your phone somewhere and being like, why am I watching this? And that's fine. I encourage that. Please, by all means, tune in and zone out. I'm all about it. And if you are just now tuning in, I am Hesher Zero. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. If you haven't, man, please go shoot a like or a follow or a subscribe to all of the social medias, Check out the Federation, my Discord chat channel thing. All the links are in the description. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. We're talking about artwork today. We're talking about brands. We're talking about passions in general. It's sort of morphed. Gone on this whole rant. It's fantastic. Justin says, those stupid child adoption videos grab me. I think, man, those, or like the kids that like get cochlear implants or get glasses or whatever, and like they hear their mother's voice for the first time, or they see, you know, they're colorblind and they see for the first time these people, like, you see grown men just weeping because their life, you know, they're like, it hits you're right there, right in the heart, you know. It's, oh man. Brandy says the need for social interaction, especially during this pandemic, seems to be great enough to just watch people online doing anything so we feel less lonely. And quite frankly, I mean, that's true. I mean, imagine this pandemic happening 20 years ago. We'd be all sitting on our Nokias playing freaking Snake for hours. Like, you know, the level of entertainment would be completely different. You know, or the value of entertainment maybe. And I mean, we're fortunate that it's happening now rather than, like I said, 20, 25 years ago. Maybe people would spend more time outside or something. I don't know. But yeah, like that's a big deal. And I'm very thankful for these kind of outlets. I mean, I'm thankful that myself, I was able to do something like this and focus on it. I'm thankful that, you know, you all are able to tune in and watch, like, listen to me ramble about coronavirus. Brandy, yes, we're gonna live stream your dishwashing. Man, nobody wants to see that sink right now. That got gross. You got 2 kids in the house and then me. That's a recipe for disaster. I wouldn't recommend it. I live here and I'm like, nah. I mean, I help. Yeah, so you know, there's all sorts of stuff. There's, you know, I'm sure if you were to go on, you know what, let's do it. We're going to go on Twitch right now. Right now. Here we go. I'm going to go on Twitch. Dishwashing. Let's just see. Is somebody washing dishes? Yeah. Here we go. Like right here. This person. Oh, well. They were washing their dishes. I mean, there's a stream for everything. Okay, mostly this is just shots of this dude's cabinet. I know I'm kind of skipping around here. Let's look at this dude's mug. Here's my armpit. Check me out. Oh, that's fantastic. Great job. Come on, pal. Let's see you wash dishes. This is what we want. This is quality content. Look at his face. Tee tee ha! Oh, look at me. Anyway, Jesus. That's enough of that. There's something out there for everybody. Struggle bus. Oh man, yeah, our dishwasher like is falling apart apparently. Not Brandy, I mean the one that's mechanical. Sorry. So man, yeah, the not only is there just a thing out there for everybody in terms of entertainment, but there are vast differences in quality of streams to be seen out there. There's a number of things, and not saying that this is top notch by any means. This isn't anything that's super fantastic or wonderful or great, but I've seen some things and I'm like, what are you doing? What are we watching? Haha, sexism. Anyway. Oh, I'm gonna get a whooping. So, man, how's everybody feeling? It's Monday. I slept really late yesterday, so I've been up for 27 hours now, which is fun. I feel actually pretty good. This has been a lot of fun. This has been keeping me awake. Fortunately, this doesn't happen often, so I appreciate everybody tuning in and watching and keeping me alive. I'm just gonna like pass out and just like keel over here. So I speaking of video and entertainment and everything, do another little self-promotion. I dropped a new YouTube video today. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge Minecraft nerd. I'm a 30-year-old man who loves a child's video game, Minecraft. Been playing it for 8 years now, I think. And man, I just love it. It's my favorite game I've ever played in my entire life. I've loved many a game. I've been a passionate gamer for the majority of my life, to varying degrees at least, and some I just love a lot. And that was the first thing that I decided to do a series on was Minecraft. So if you or a child that you may happen to know loves Minecraft, tune in. It's family friendly. I don't think I drop any F-bombs or anything. No, I don't. Yeah, I mean, give it a like, man. Subscribe and share with your friends. Share with your families. I'd appreciate it. And you know, it helps small creators like me to get out there and to, you know, have people like and subscribe to those videos, because I need it. I need all the help I can get. So, you know, having all this stuff is huge. Here, a link in the comments. Oh man, I don't want to talk too much about myself. Don't want to. I mean, what is this like? It's like my own show or something. Like I've got my own stream going on. Oh, what's that? Oh, it is. Okay, never mind. I'm being told that this is my live stream and I can talk about whatever I want. Who knew? Who knew? Silly me. Silly me. But yeah, Justin, appreciate you. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a ton of fun. It's just so wholesome. There's so much to do. You know, speaking of being creative, Minecraft being the sandbox game that it is, with a number of different blocks and things you can craft and create, and machines and things that you can put together and do, like, you know, especially when you get into modded Minecraft, or, you know, Minecraft story mode, or Minecraft dungeons. There's a world of possibilities for all sorts of different gamers at different skill levels. I mean, it's awesome. I love it so much. I can't say enough about it. I remember the first time I was turned on to Minecraft, it was like I said, 2012. A coworker of mine at the time ended up installing it like on a work computer, which is, you know, frowned upon at the very, you know, at the very least. They no longer work there, but so whatever, it's safe. And I just remember seeing that and being like, man, that looks cool. I was like, wow, man, you can just build whatever you want. You can, you know, collect blocks, and, you know, it's like way cooler Legos in a lot of ways. And went home and downloaded it and was just obsessed ever since then. And, you know, immediately started following YouTubers that, you know, had been playing the game, obviously, because I was like, man, I need to learn what I'm doing here. You know, and started watching guys like Ethos Lab, or Rendog, Sips, B000100, all these guys. Like, you know, I became obsessed with the game, not only just through my own playing, but like watching other people. It's awesome. And, you know, having that like outlet to be able to not only be entertained by watching these other people play, but then playing the game myself and being inspired by their builds and what they do. You know, it's that whole full circle thing. It's like inspiring each other. Well, I mean, more so they inspiring me than me them. They don't know I exist. So, you know, having that outlet, though, you know, creatively through a game is so cool. It's used as an educational tool. It's in schools. Man, that is like, I can't say enough. Like I said, I mean, I could go on and on and on. You know, it makes me laugh. You know, I have discussions about it with, you know, my 6-year-old, and we talk about the game and you know, his creative world. He's got like a whole world, you know, in creative game mode there that he can just build with infinite blocks and things. It's so much fun. Justin, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. This is the way. I want to be everybody's favorite streamer. I want to be everybody's favorite content creator and digital influencer. I want to go on Instagram and sell khakis or some, I don't know, whatever. I don't know. Something. I want to be the official spokesperson for cargo shorts, camo cargo shorts. For every metalhead guy that wears a black t-shirt and camo shorts, I want to be the guy that's like, I like those shorts he's wearing. I'm gonna give me some too. That's it. Goals right there. Let's get it together. Let's find a brand that we all enjoy, that we think we can make this happen. I want to be the camo short spokesperson. It fits the brand here. You know, I've got the OD green, I've got the camo stuff. I'm not on right now, but whatever. You know, there's possibilities. Here we go. We're getting into marketing. We're getting it figured out. Brandy says, watch Evilicious on Twitch. Let's check it out. Check it out. Here we go. Oh, that's a Red Bull commercial. Oh, yes, that's right. Okay, I remember seeing this person before. Fantastic. Brandy, correct me, what pronouns this person uses. Help. I don't want to assume. Does it say? I mean, they're a drag queen, but do they... nope, him, his. Okay. Cool. Man, you gotta love people's creativity. It's fantastic. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm all about checking new streamers and influencers out and all that. So if you guys have anybody that you like to follow, either on Instagram or YouTube or Twitch or whatever, man, comment down below. Comment in the comment area where the text and the words go, where you type out with your fingers and hands and things. Put them there. I will read them with my eyes and my brain. It'll be great. This is quality content. So, we're talking about art. We're talking about creativity. We're talking about expression. That's another great thing, man. Like, this person, like drag culture and everything, like how fun and expressive that is, and how wildly different it can be between, each person. Super cool. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's something out there for everybody, and I love that. It's super cool. Ronnie, no problem, man. Shouting you out once again. The Jugger Nerd on Twitch. Check him out. Much love. Yes, the drag Twitch hour. Yeah. So going back to like live streaming, for example, the amount of streamers out there and the amount of content out there, we kind of talked about earlier the level of competition, so to speak. Of course, man, I'm just burping all over the place. The level of competition. Whoa. The level of competition out there, so to speak, it is a community. So it's not, I don't like to view it as competition, but you definitely want to make sure that your stuff stands out. You want to do your best. Or maybe not. Maybe you just do it for fun. You don't give a damn, which is totally fine. The level of or the amount, I should say, of streamers out there, can make it hard to be discovered. And I say this as a complete Twitch noob. I mean, I full disclosure, I think I've streamed on Twitch twice, ever. 3 times will be tomorrow. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock on Twitch. I think we're going to do some gaming content over there. We're going to put it together. We're going to rock and roll. Trying to figure out what I want to do yet. I don't know. If you got any ideas of a game I should stream between now and tomorrow at 3 p.m., let me know. Brandy and Hesher play a mean game of Jackbox. Dude, that was so much fun. I don't know if anybody's played the Jackbox games before. I remember watching Rooster Teeth play it on YouTube years ago. They're like the original Jackbox games. And just being like, dude, that looks like a blast. Like, so much fun. You get like the right people in the group, and like when you got your sense of humor mingling. Not only like is it fun when you've got people that obviously you got inside jokes and things you can joke about, but it's really fun. And I know that this is what happened. What was that? 2 Fridays ago now? Like when Brandy and I were streaming. We're in a Ronnie stream, the Juggernaut stream, where I didn't know any of those people in there, as far as I know at least, but like playing off of each other and having these jokes build in the stream and having that sort of like that group experience was a ton of fun, and that's so much fun for me. And I know, that's what brings people into these streams. And yeah, like, I enjoyed that a lot. Dude, I think I may stream Minecraft just to get, through some projects I got to get through. I've got like, this huge, if anybody saw the latest Hesher Zero video, like I've been working on this big like palace, and it's a huge undertaking. It's going to take a ton of resources to actually do. And I got to get into the nether and get to other biomes and collect. It's a whole ordeal. So I think maybe I'll just live stream that, and it'll be super chill. We'll just sit there and relax. We'll chit chat while I'm mining through the nether, essentially. I think that's what that Metallica lyric, on through the nether. Oh, wait, no, that's not how that goes. Never mind. Gotta throw a Metallica reference in somewhere, I guess. but absolutely, the Jackbox games are a fantastic community building game. I've seen it happen. Juggernaut does a fantastic job with doing those. Like, it's fun. The community interact, or like the, his viewership and the the interaction in it is a ton of fun. I enjoy the hell out of it, and I know anybody could stream it. And I don't know if you heard me last stream, dude, but I was saying how I was like, man, I want to bite off of your stream ideas. Like, that was a lot of fun. Like, I want to do that, and maybe I will. Obviously, you're the first invite. I think I bought it, or maybe Brandy bought it. I don't know. One of us owns it, and okay, making sure my volume was down. Damn, I was freaking out for a second. But yeah, the interaction that you can have, people just play on cell phones and everything. Like, it's a fantastic idea, and kudos to those devs who put that together, because what a blast. Excuse me, man. Well, a little gassy. Excuse me. So, yeah, I mean, I in terms of content ideas, man, like, sky's the limit, really. Just find something casual to do, something fun and relaxing, and not too super intense. And maybe we do something on Thursday or something that it's a little bit more involved with that kind of thing in terms of the game streaming aspect. But these if you didn't catch in the last live stream here, these fireside chats are essentially these just chatting type scenarios. We're going to pick a topic or a few topics, and we're just going to kind of riff. You come in, we're going to chat, we're going to talk about your day, we're going to talk about the weather, we're going to talk about whatever. Today, we're talking about creativity, art, music, etc., etc. And it's a casual thing, building this community. Speaking of which, check out the Hesher Zero Discord channel. It's the Federation. Link is in the description. If you haven't, man, jump over there. That's where I want to start building the community. We'll start having these conversations. We can start planning these live streams and kind of talk ahead of time. We can join in there as a community here live and in Discord. We can plan out these community gaming events, do all this stuff. That's where I want to build this up, and just generally hang out. I love to entertain. Anybody who knows me, I love to have parties. Can't have people over, so let's party digitally. Let's have a blast doing something fun, talking about whatever. That's what it's about, man. I love that. I love entertaining. So check it out. Today is another, like I said, just chatting here on my personal Facebook page, on the Chris Stokes Facebook page or profile. I will eventually be migrating all this over to the Hesher Zero page, so if you haven't liked that page, shoot it a like. It'd be much appreciated. I don't know when I'll switch it over. We'll get in the groove over here first. Get the wheels turning, get the bus rolling. I don't know, whatever you want to use, whatever, and then we'll rock and roll over there eventually. But man, I appreciate everybody tuning in and watching, and this has been so much fun, and just shooting the shit. Honestly, it's been cool, and hearing me ramble for 2 hours, or almost 2 hours. We're sitting at an hour 36. It's been a lot of fun. My 6-year-old says he wants to play more Fall Guys with me. Yes, I will for him. I will play Fall Guys for him, even though it's incredibly frustrating. Anybody who's played Fall Guys knows, like, it's fun, it's silly, but like, if you have any sort of competitive bone in your body, you're like, I'm about to freak out if I can't get to this damn finish line. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just like this like pent up rage in my life towards weird balloon looking people. I don't know. Maybe there's something I probably need therapy. No, but yeah, absolutely. Casual games like that, especially bringing my little boy in. You know, he always enjoys it. He is an aspiring YouTuber and live streamer as well. He does a great job. I have a video coming soon, probably here just on the personal Facebook, of a little project that he and I worked on. But man, if you guys haven't already, like I said, check out the right here on the sidebar of the Twitch streaming schedule, Wednesdays and whatever day that was. I don't know how to read. And Facebook, Mondays and Wednesdays. Yeah, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Twitch. Man, I don't know how to talk or read, apparently. We'll be going from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. basically Monday through Thursday. And, you know, maybe the occasional weekend stream if I'm feeling froggy. Yeah, Brady says, I swear if one more person grabs me while I'm jumping over a gap. Dude, there are some hardcore trolls and Fall Guys. It's infuriating. Like, some people, I'm just like, just finish the race. Quit standing at the finish line. Standing there, waiting for people to fail. My whole face is inside of this. I feel like I'm like Bane or something. Anyway, so that got weird. Man, what music is this? This is called Happy Feet. Let's turn this up. Anyway, all right. Enough of that. Nobody came to see that, or did you? No. Okay, that's fine. I know it was suggested in the last stream that I have less clothing. You know, working on that OnlyFans still. Stay tuned. Keep that link, you know. We'll get to that. Oh, man. So, where were we? We've gone completely off the rails. It's a Monday. I haven't slept in over 24 hours. It's been great. I haven't had any caffeine. Well, I did this morning. I broke my rule, guys. I mean, I had coffee last Friday, which I was trying to avoid any real caffeine intake. I've been drinking tea, so I know that kind of counts. But I was like trying to keep from drinking no sodas, trying to have no sodas, sody pops, and any like sweets. I broke both of those rules this morning because I have a bad habit of replacing sleep with calories. Help me. Excuse me while I get a drink. Tomorrow is a new day. I'll do better. I'm gonna eat a whole head of lettuce, make up for it. Be like Project Zomboid. I'm gonna eat 36 cabbages. Anybody play that game? I've never played it. Shout out to Ambiguous Amphibian for being a cool dude. Brandy says, hello. I'll get you to play Overwatch with me one day. So it's been a long time since I played Overwatch, and I am probably awful still. Oh man, it has been a while. I'm trying to remember the last time I actually played it. It's been... yeah, I don't know. It's been a minute. I just realized I had my desktop audio turned down on this the whole time, so nobody could even hear the music. I was referencing Pro Streamer Move. Yo, Pro Streamer Move. I'm a pro. A real pro. I just chalk it up to no sleep. That's what I'm gonna say. You know, it is what it is. I'm a dirty Hanzo main. Am I? What? Was I? Oh, you're just calling me a Hanzo main. I was gonna say, I don't think so. I think I play like tank characters mainly. I'm like a I can't think of his name now. I don't know. Whatever. It's been too long. I'm just like square peg in the round hole. I'm trying to remember. What? I don't know. Struggling. Yeah, man, we've got a ton of games that we could stream. I think tomorrow, we'll be able to take a look. I think what I'll do is I'll start the stream. We'll do a little bit of just chatting, get what I would like to reference or like to call, the briefings, something like that. And I don't know. Still, we're gonna workshop it, and go from there. We'll get into the gameplay, and we'll go from there. Oh, I played as Hanzo. And man, did I? I mean, I don't know. Must be your other boyfriend you're referencing, Brandy. That joke never gets old. Never. Anybody like this Mortal Kombat music going on in the background now? Can you hear that? It's kind of low. Just kind of. Shout out to everybody who's liked the Facebook page. I can see you. Thanks, Justin. Thank you. Hello. Why can't my stuff? Justin Munsell, Austin K. Hall, Jesse Boyer, man, appreciate you guys so much. You guys have been the real homies. Oh, man. Yeah, I think, once we eventually move over to the Facebook page, we'll be able to get into the other mechanics that are involved in that. You know what? I want to test something. We're going to do this together. We're going to test this together. Let's just see. Just going to do it here. Okay. And we're going to do this. And then I'm going to type the word banana. Banana. I don't know. I had a chat box pulled up, but I realized that it may not be showing up right. Or maybe it's just because I'm on the personal page. It's probably what it is. Trying this shit out together. Awesome. Cool. We're closing in on the end of our second hour. We've got about 15 minutes left in the stream. I appreciate everybody who's tuned in. If you have not already, check all the links in the description. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I'm on the Twitters. I got the Discord channel. And I don't even have a link there. I gotta have to do it too. I'm on TikTok. Gotta stay with the times, my friends. Stay with the times. You want to get yourself out there, you gotta do embarrassing stuff like TikTok dances. No, I'm not doing those. I'm not. I might. Probably won't though. Maybe. No. Anybody else there on the TikToks, on the Instagrams, the YouTubes, the Facebooks? Support and like and share and subscribe. It helps a small streamer, small content creator like myself and all my friends. I count on you guys and your support. So make sure to do that. I want to spread the love all around. In the meantime, man, this music is intense. I'm like sitting over here like, this is a banger. So, we've been shouting out our Twitch friends over here, some of the content creators, some of the artists and things that we enjoy. I didn't even get into the art aspect of Justin. If you're still watching, man, his art, he does these awesome crossovers of, like different superheroes, like a Batman, Wolverine crossover type stuff, where you get like the Hulk and the Thing. Is that it, right? Yeah. And, do those kind of crossovers where, they're an amalgamation of the two characters. Super cool, fun stuff. And I look forward to, a future collaboration, doing things like that. Things may or may not be in motion already. But yeah, I'm looking forward to all the collaborations to do, I want to do in the future. There's a number of people that I would love to work with, and just having fun and getting some gaming in, some chit chatting in. Be a lot of fun. I'm gonna say a lot of fun a bunch more times. And the coming back full circle here with the creative side. All the creative outlets, the YouTube, the Instagram, there's all these ways to express yourself and show who you are as a person and show what you're about and your belief system and all these different ways you express yourself. And as much as they can be abused and misused and exploited, unfortunately, we've seen it time and time again, the disdain, the ignorance on the internet, the things that make you roll your eyes and make you angry. These types of just chatting type streams, the fireside chats here, I want to create a sense of, just, I don't want to say safety from it, because you should always be aware of it, but somewhere you can escape, create an escape from it, somewhere you can come and hang out, relax, and watch some gameplay footage or have a discussion about a certain topic like we have been today. And all the negativity is avoidable for the most part, and you're going to run into it. But I'm really happy that we have these outlets that we can turn to, like I said, whether it's a live streamer or a YouTuber or just scrolling through Instagram or Facebook or something, on a page or a person that you enjoy, maybe it's shit posters, maybe it's whatever the case, and we've got a number of things that, we can look at and do, and I'm very thankful for those. And once again, like I said, if you know somebody, or there's a streamer or a YouTuber or some sort of influencer or something that you would like me to check out, comment below. Let me know, because I would love to see what you guys are into, what you guys are checking out too. Brandy says, I'm off this Friday. Group streaming time. Absolutely. I think that would be a ton of fun. This Friday being Christmas. It is what I would like to call, being a non-secular person myself, Heshmas. Merry Heshmas. We're going to be doing something on Christmas. We'll be doing a group stream. We'll be doing, maybe there'll be a visit from Hesher Claus himself, perhaps. Maybe. Guess we'll have to tune in and see this Friday. I don't really know a time, quite frankly. We'll figure it out. I'll post about it. There's some things that need to be worked out a little bit in terms of what may be going on. Heshmas this Friday, though. It's going to be cool. Another creative outlet of mine. You'll see. You'll see. I don't want to give too much away. Every Christmas, I do something kind of silly, kind of off the wall, but not, it's pretty much in my wheelhouse. Look at me now. Yeah, so here in the Hesher household, we'll be doing a taco dinner and game streaming. Very traditional Christmas, absolutely. Heshmas. Heshmas. Gotta start using that. Hashtag Heshmas. Hashtag Hesher Claus. That's what's up. We're gonna make it happen. Gonna let it be known into the world. Boom. Merry Heshmas. Dude, tacos sound really good right now too. They're just going off of that comment. I'm kind of hungry. I realized I haven't eaten anything since 9 a.m. God, what am I doing with my life? Hesher Claus will be making an appearance. Making an appearance. English is hard. Getting a little tongue-tied. So, we're approaching the end of the hour. We've got about 8 minutes left in the stream. If you have any art suggestions, music suggestions, business suggestions, etc., comment with them. Let me check them out. Shout out your friends. Shout out your own stuff. Self-promote. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. Let's see it. And if you'd prefer that we don't look at it on stream, by all means, comment anyway or send me a message. I'd love to check it out. You know, it's going to be good stuff. Brandy says we're having chicken and veggies for dinner, and I am beyond excited for that because she makes just the best chicken breast in the fucking best possible way. I was trying to say in the West, and then it just didn't come out right. So, like I said, English is hard. Dropping F-bombs, being angry about it. Angry. So, yeah, this Friday, I think it'll be a lot of fun. So tomorrow and Thursday, we'll be doing Twitch streams. Probably streaming some Minecraft tomorrow. Thursday, I'm not sure yet. We'll think on it. Maybe I'll put a poll up or something on the Hesher page. Do they do polls anymore on there? I don't know. I'll post something. So I'll make my own if I have to. See, being self-sufficient, making your own, being the change that you want to be, being in control of your destiny. That's what it's about. Man, getting into like motivational speaker territory there. I gotta need like a headset mic, like one of the little thin ones there. I get like a high pony going on through a hat. Let's be like the guy from like that was workout videos. What's the, I don't know, the blonde guy. Anyway, going off on a tangent. Yeah, you know, being in control of what you do. We'll make it happen. We'll put out some feelers for what we want to do on Twitch, and then this Wednesday, I almost forgot what I was talking about. We'll be back here on Facebook. Maybe we'll do a little bit more gaming content here. Let me know. You know, maybe we just mix it up. Maybe we just test the waters and see what's going on. You know, I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to what you want to see. Briney suggests that I rip a phone book in half. Power team. That's right. This jacket makes my arms look real big. That's cool. I'm all about that. I saw those dudes live a couple of times, and I was really freaked out when they would blow up the water bottle things and make them pop real loud. I didn't handle loud noises very well back then, and so it was like not a really good time. Plus, like I said, being the non-religious person that I am, I was sort of like not really enjoying the whole message they had going on. But to each their own. It was entertaining. Looking back, watching like old videos and stuff, it's like, it's pretty wild. I'm a big fan of strongman stuff, like strongman competitions. My man Brian Shaw, for example, or the Beast Eddie Hall, or Rob Kearney, the world's strongest gay. All those dudes. The Mountain. Like, I'm a huge strongman fan. I wish I was like a foot taller and 10 times stronger or something, so I could, do that kind of stuff too. That'd be a lot of fun. Just be like real short guy strongman competitions. I don't know. Maybe, we'll workshop that. Short fat guy competition. I don't know. So yeah, man, it has been an absolute blast today. We're closing in on the end of our 2 hours. Just another reminder, all my social medias are listed up above in the description or down below or however you are viewing it right now. I'm on Twitch, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, all at Hasher, Japan 5, Japan 4. Anybody? Freddy got fingered? No. Anyway, at Hesher0. Also, check out my Discord channel. It's the Federation. The link is also in the description. Check it out. That's where we're going to be building the community. We're going to be planning these future events. It's going to be a lot of fun. Excuse me, I have something in my eyeball. And then I'm punching stuff. So, you know, check it out there. All your support is welcome. All the likes, the shares, everything, the subscriptions on all the things. I appreciate every bit of it. It means so much to me, especially as a small content creator like myself. You know, we want to get big. We want to grow. We want to bring this to the masses, and you know, every little bit helps. Everything is, you know, I'm trying to like talk and burp. Oh God, why? Every little bit helps. What I'm trying to say is getting derailed by burps over here. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in and commenting and interacting and liking and all those things, man. It means so much to me. I appreciate you all. And like I said, we'll be on Twitch tomorrow. We'll be back here on Facebook on Wednesday. Thursday will be Twitch again, and we'll probably do Facebook again on Heshmas. Friday, December 25th, the first annual Heshmas stream with your one and only Hesher Claus. It's going to be a blast. I look forward to seeing everyone there. Thank you for commenting again about all the art and the streamers. It's been super cool. I've loved the discussion. You got me off on all these sort of tangents, and I love to ramble about things, especially being passionate about other people's passions. So my message to you today is to be passionate about what you do. Love what you do. Put yourself out there. Don't be afraid, because if you love what you do, man, that's all that matters. So I appreciate everybody who has tuned in and commented. I'm going in a loop here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all. And quite frankly, we're gonna reach the end here. It's time. I'm gonna switch over to this. Let's see. Does it go to black? No. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I love you all. Thanks.